Let's see what this is. Actually, I think I know what it is. So secretive and mysterious. Commit these instructions to memory, destroy the letter after you read it, find the secret hidden satellite phone. Oh my goodness. All very cloak and dagger stuff. This is so elaborate. Well, let's head out on this mysterious adventure.
It's a beautiful day to meet our new helicopter pilot. There's the tree. Well, let's see if she's over there. There she is. Well, hello, Jane. Nice to meet you at last.
Nice to meet you, too, Sam.
Let's head to the Jeep, and then I'll show you to the headquarters.
I can't wait.
The Jeep is that way.
So can you tell me more details about the organization now that I've been accepted into your group?
Certainly. As you heard in your orientation, we are a non-government, privately and anonymously funded organization. Keyword anonymous. Our mission is to help mankind by undertaking high-risk, challenging, or dangerous missions which require high-tech or quasi-military skills and expertise. Often our work is done undercover. Many, if not most, of our staff are former military operatives, such as yourself. Some of our missions, but not all, are aimed at resolving problems of a criminal nature. We also work to solve perplexing mysteries. When I say that we are not a government organization, it's not just that we don't work for the government, but that government agents or organizations are often the very criminals we are seeking to expose or bring down. Most of our staff have special forces or intelligence agency training, and almost all have spent time in the military. As a result of this, we have some high-level military connections, which are often very useful in our work. Be assured, though, that even if it seems like an entire three-letter agency is corrupt, there are good people in these agencies who may be working in the shadows. Simply put, we aim to solve the problems that no one else can solve or wants to solve. We have facilities at various secret locations around the world which we use as headquarters and to support our mission. I will now take you on a tour of one of those, the one that you will be working with. And if I may say so myself, I think it's one of the nicest facilities.
So where is the facility? All I see is a rocky hill.
The facility is right in front of you, Jane. A miracle of camouflage technology. See this little rock here? Well, right underneath it, there's a button which activates the sliding panel that goes up to reveal the front door of the headquarters.
Wow, absolutely amazing. Wow, we enter into a cafe?
Hello there, and welcome to our organization, Miss Jane. Actually, it's a bar, cafe, and a lounge. Meet Jeff. He's one of our mission special operators. Good to make your acquaintance, Jane. I understand you'll be bringing us supplies and helping with our air missions.
Yes, I'll be dropping supplies here regularly, and I also will be helping with any paratrooper or air missions that you have.
Well, let's head to the bar and get a drink and then get something to eat before I take you on the tour.
Sounds great.
Jane, this is Ben, and he's not only a fabulous bartender, but as is typical of our staff, he has multiple skill sets. Ben is a scientific genius and works in our laboratory in the biochemical section. Pleased to meet you, Miss Jane, and welcome to our team. Sam is just too kind. But yes, I work in the sector of biochemical developments, and here in our group, as you no doubt will discover, we do have the opportunity to do some quite fascinating work, freed as we are from the repression of the science industry as a whole. If you stick around, you'll learn of several amazing inventions arising out of our collaborative efforts in the lab. Oh, as I'm introducing folks, I should also tell you about their hobby. Ben's hobby is bird watching, and he knows everything about the animal, bird, and insect world. Yes, that's correct. I'm quite the bird watcher, and am knowledgeable about a range of bird, mammal, and insect life. And this familiarity supports some rather interesting work in the lab. Interesting work in the lab is quite the understatement. Ben is very modest. So now let me get back to Jeff and tell you about his hobbies. Jeff is a phenomenal expert in art and archaeology. And as you'll see, this comes in very handy for some of our missions that involve archaeological relics and priceless art treasures. Sam, you're very generous. But yes, indeed, those are my favorite type of missions, ones that deal with art, archaeology. I'd like to propose a toast to our new staff member. I have some fine red wine just for the occasion. A 2010 Chateau Latour from Bordeaux, France. And Jane, may your tour of duty with us be very enjoyable and rewarding for you.
Wow, I am thrilled already. I get to work for an outfit that does secret missions, is involved with priceless art treasures, and serves me glasses of $1,500 a bottle red wine.
Ah, our supper is here. Jane, meet Jason. He's our fabulous facility cook. He's also the repairman. He's the night watchman, and he is an expert sniper. Thanks, Sam. You're so generous. And it's great to meet you, Jane. Yes, I'm sort of a jack of all trades out here. Jane, be sure to let me know of your favorite dishes so I can cook those for you when you're here. You see, Jane, we have to keep a 24-hour surveillance on a region within 100 miles or so of our facility. When you see how important our work is, I think you'll realize that there are people who would love to take us out. It's very rare that any of our facilities is discovered or breached, but we always have to be observant and prepared for that possibility, and Jason certainly helps us a lot in that regard. Well, shall we? Are you ready now to go on the rest of the tour?
Definitely. Let's go.
Well, this is our facility kitchen and Jason's headquarters. Small, but very adequate.
What's with the pink appliances?
We got those from Barbie. She likes everything in pink. Oh, I forgot to mention. Jason's hobby is astronomy, and he is very skilled at navigating by the stars. Yes, that is correct. You can set me down anywhere on Earth, and I'll figure out where I am based on the stars. A very useful skill when lost in the wilderness. Okay, well now let's go look at the command center, the brains of our facility. This is Michael. He and I work together as the facility senior staff. We run the command center here.
Pleased to meet you, Michael.
Likewise. Here at our command center, we keep up to date on news and intelligence about what is going on around the world. Yes, and we have state-of-the-art surveillance technologies here. We have a highly sophisticated surveillance system. We have radar capability. We can monitor a number of remote video cameras installed within 100 miles of this location. A coyote doesn't scratch his butt within 100 miles of us without us knowing about it. We can detect all air and ground traffic within 500 miles, even when aircraft are flying dark off transponder. We have undetectable thermal sensing drones that fly frequent routes in a grid pattern over our immediate area. We have the ability to intercept any and all communications, whether by cell phone, satellite phone, ham radio, email, or smoke signal. We also have expert hacking capabilities on site and can intercept communications anywhere in the world once we ID a target.
Awesome!
Well, Michael's given you a great overview of our state-of-the-art technology here, but there's a lot more that he and I do as senior commanders on site. We also decide which missions our facility will undertake, and we make assignments for those missions based on who has the appropriate skill sets. We also coordinate and provide support for those missions from this facility.
Jeff, who I met in the lounge, does he do all the mission work?
No, we have many mission operatives. Jeff is only one of them. We have 16 regular mission operatives assigned to this facility. And we have others available around the world. You see, we have many facilities around the world, almost 24, and then we have hundreds of small units. It could be as small as a cabin in the woods or a storefront. Each of our facilities has dedicated staff permanently assigned to that location. But we also travel to other facilities as the need arises.
So fascinating. That image of the desert up on the monitor there, is that one of the trail cameras?
Yeah, that one? Yes, that is. It's one of many hundreds of cameras that we have in the area.
That door in the corner, where does that go?
Ah, the exit door. Well, let's open it and see.
What? It opens up to a rocky cliff? What could possibly be the use of this door? The drop is more than 200 feet straight down.
Well, there are plenty of mysteries here, and, well, we won't tell you all the answers now. You'll find out about them in time.
What's that sound? And what's that flashing light?
Oh, that's a call coming in from our World Communications Center, a possible new assignment.
Good day, gentlemen. We have a new possible mission assignment for you coming in just recently. I will now send you the fax transmission with all the details.
Hey, Mira, just now we have Jane, our new helicopter pilot, getting a tour of our headquarters. So why don't you say hello to her?
Well, a big hello to you, Jane. We are all glad to have you with our team. Looking forward to hearing more about your work with us. Bye for now.
Well, why don't you two get on with your tour, and I'll stay here and I'll take a look at that possible mission assignment. Oh, before we go, I want to mention Michael's hobby and area of expertise, photography. Photography of every type, videos, cameras, drones, high-altitude satellite photography. You name it, he knows it. Did you tell her your hobby? Oh, no, I forgot. Mine is psychology. Not to brag, but psychology is very important in our line of work, as you'll find eventually. Let's go over here to the stairs that take us to the lower level, and the first thing you're going to see is this glass case. Notice the sign on the case. In case of government overreach, break glass. This should be a clue as to our views on the government. Where we have various firearms. Okay, now we'll head down the stairs to our incredible laboratory. Welcome to our lab.
Whoa, it's beautiful. Looks like you've got another lounge down here.
Yes, we do. Let's go over here and meet Simon. Simon is one of our lab geniuses. He works in electrical and mechanical engineering, and he's an expert computer hacker.
Pleased to meet you, Simon.
Delighted to meet you, Jane. I've heard great things about you. So glad that you're joining us. It'll be nice to have a woman around here. What Simon is referring to is the fact that though we have several women mission operatives, they are rarely here at the headquarters. They're mostly out on the field. So you're the first female staff member who will be regularly associated with this facility. Exactly.
So you're the tech genius of the compound?
Well, I wouldn't claim to be a genius, but yes, I work in the tech sector here in our lab. I am involved with everything mechanical and inorganic, and Ben takes care of the organic side of things. For example, I'm currently working on a robot project. We're going to want very lifelike robots for one of our missions.
So fascinating. It looks like you've made some great progress. I'd be interested to hear what that mission is about.
Thank you. As far as information about missions, as Sam will tell you, the info is on a need-to-know basis. So you're not going to hear anything about the missions unless you're participating in them or until they're complete. What Simon is saying is correct, so don't ask me about all of our mission operatives and what they're doing now. I can tell you who they are, but I can't tell you what they're doing.
Okay, well, that's good to know. To hear about the adventure after it's done with. What's all this weird stuff over here?
Oh, that's all Ben's work. He and I are collaborating on the development of several lifelike robots. What exactly he does, though, I cannot tell you. You'll have to ask him.
Well, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.
So let's continue on the tour, Jane, shall we? Toodaloo then. See you around, Jane. You can almost always find me here in the lab. If I'm not here, I'm out in the field enjoying my rockhound hobby. Yes, I forgot to mention, Simon is an expert geologist in our group.
Looks like this is your equipment storage area.
Yes, but this is only a very small amount of our equipment. As you see here, we have equipment for a variety of missions. Backpacks, rock climbing equipment, scuba gear, rafting gear, snowshoes, skis, lock-picking equipment, detonators. You name it, we've got it somewhere.
Mind if I sit down? The sofa looks very inviting.
Oh, go ahead.
You said that most of the mission operatives are not around here very much? Why is that?
Well, they don't need to be here. Our facility covers the entire western half of North America. We presently have a total of 16 mission operatives who are associated with our facility. Of those, only 3 of them live here relatively permanently. You met Jeff, he's one of those. The others will generally only come here for mission briefings. You will meet all of them eventually. Well, let's continue on with the tour.
You've got a motorcycle down here? How'd you get that here?
I'll explain that in a minute. Let's move on. And as we make our way to the bedroom, we pass through the bathroom and locker room.
Oh, how beautiful. I could use the restroom now. Is there a door?
There's a shoji screen. Just set that up. You'll have privacy there.
Oh, this tub is lovely. I could get used to this. What a cozy looking bedroom. You all sleep together in one room?
We all make some sacrifices to do the work we do, and barrack-style living is one of those. This is just one of the sleeping areas.
How does all this light get in? I thought we were underground.
Well, we're in a rock formation, and there are openings in the rocks. So this is one of our bedrooms and one of our arsenal areas. We have a lot of equipment over in these crates, but we also have a lot more equipment elsewhere. We've got all kinds of goods. We've got all kinds of guns.
Ooh, I'd like one of these, and maybe one of these too.
We've got flare guns. We've got machine guns. We've got swords. We've got grappling guns. We've got sniper rifles. We've got entertainment here. We've got a Victrola. We've got dumbbells so we can work out.
What's that ladder for?
Now we come to a very interesting part of our little bedroom here. Let me show you. Remember the secret button out in front of our headquarters? Well, we've got another secret button here, and...
Wow! It's opening a trapdoor in the ceiling? Where does that go?
You'll see in a minute.
It goes outside.
Yep, it's our secret entrance, or exit as the case may be. Come on up, and I'll show you something else really nifty. So remember you asked how the motorcycle got down below? Well, let me show you something else. Remember that button that opened the panel in front of the front door? Well, that button does something else very cool.
A bat cave!
Yes, it opens the garage doors. We can drive the Jeep down in there. I'll drive down and you can walk down the ramp and meet me down there.
So this is your garage.
It's the smaller of our garages.
Where's the other one?
You'll see that a little bit later.
I really love this motorcycle. I hope I can ride it at some point.
I think you will. And now, follow me and you'll see the most amazing part of our headquarters. We'll go back to the bedroom. Notice anything here on the floor of the bedroom under the ladder?
Yes, it looks like there's another trapdoor.
Exactly. And where does it go? I will show you.
Wow, what's down there?
I'll turn the lights on and let's go down and see.
Cool.
All right, come on down.
It's a cave. And it's amazing.
It sure is. When we select sites for our facilities, we often seek to place them near natural features which will be advantageous to us for some purpose or another.
What's this door? Where does that go?
Well, that goes to a very interesting additional part of our headquarters, which you will see later on. And now let's keep going down this walkway to the first chamber here. This is one of the largest cave systems in the state. We've only explored a tiny amount of it. There's so much more to be found here. This first section, which I'll show you, we call the colonized part. We've installed some walkways, some lights, and some other facilities. But beyond the colonized area, so much else is mystery. There are many passageways here, branching off in different directions, and we've barely begun to explore them. Okay, let me show you what's around the corner here.
Why is there a table there?
That is a guard table. It's a guard station, and that's related to what's right around the corner here.
A jail cell? Do you often have people in this jail?
Not very often, but when we need it, we need it. As I mentioned before, many of our missions involve problems of a criminal nature. So, when we have prisoners here, we always have a guard stationed here. Now let me open this up so you can get a better look inside.
What if you have more than 2 prisoners?
Well, we can toss in an extra couple cots, or they can sleep doubled up on the bunks. We don't really care about their comfort, as you might expect. Now let's head around the corner. I'll show you some more.
Hey, what's this? This looks like another passageway.
Yes, that's the opening to a unexplored section of the cave.
Wow. Well, that is certainly interesting. It gets very narrow in there.
Yes, indeed it does. And you gotta watch out, there are some critters around here. Come on over here and I'll show you another interesting passageway. This one has a cover on it. Let me remove the cover.
Oh, it looks like there's some light in there. What? There's a grate on the other side.
Yes, indeed. That is another entrance or exit into this cave system. We've put a grate on there to keep people from coming in from the other side. So, this is about all there is to see in the colonized part of the cave. Over that way is an unexplored section of the cave. And then over here is another unexplored passage. Okay, let's walk a little ways into this one.
That cave is absolutely fascinating.
Yes, and bright and early tomorrow morning we'll show you another part of the cave and an amazing scientific invention. So you can sleep here in the lounge tonight. This is a sofa bed. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. So today, Jane, I'm going to show you what's behind that door.
Wow, it's another huge section of the cave.
So now as we head in here, we will meet up with Simon and Carl, who is our air mission oversight specialist and an aircraft mechanic. And his hobby is photography and aircraft history. Excellent to meet you, Jane. I expect we'll be working together on some missions.
Wonderful to meet you too, Carl.
And they are going to show you something that you can see right up ahead there.
Wow, it's a Chenoweth Desert Light Strike vehicle.
Indeed it is.
This must be your other garage you were referring to.
Yes, this is our much larger garage.
These are highly advanced military vehicles.
Yes, they are. Ours is armed with 2 machine guns and 2 anti-tank missiles.
You're prepared for any kind of defense.
Defense or offense. And we can also remove the machine guns and missiles, and then it can be used as an all-terrain vehicle, which is capable of tackling much rougher terrain than our Jeep. Mark, our regional patrol specialist, is often driving about and ensuring that our cameras are working and that nobody else's cameras have been installed. But Jane, the main thing we wanted to show you is over here.
Yes, what are those things?
These are amazing inventions, aren't they, Simon?
Yes, they are.
These are flying chariots.
Like jetpacks?
Not quite like jetpacks. They use Tesla energy. They use the electromagnetic energy of the Earth to fly. Here, let me demonstrate for you.
Extraordinary! Did you invent that, Carl?
I worked on it with a little help from Simon.
Oh, it's nothing.
How come you guys have more advanced technology than the United States military?
Well, that's a big question, Jane, and you'll find out a lot more about that as you work for us. Well, Jane, it's your big day. Time for your practice helicopter supply run. Why don't I get you down the mountain so you can go get it?
All right.
Glad to see you landed okay, Jane. Now I'll go get the flying chariot to ferry the supplies down off this rocky bluff. Now let's get this camouflage cover on the helicopter and then we can go inside.
So how do you use these amazing flying chariots, and what is their range?
They technically have an unlimited range. They could fly any distance and to any altitude. However, the weather gets in the way. We do have plastic weather covers that can keep out the rain and the snow, but not the cold and the heat. They fly at a maximum of 50 to 60 miles per hour. We tend to use them for short distances, not for long trips. And we use them in places where other vehicles will not work, such as to cross raging rivers, to go over canyons, to hop up from the base of a mountain to the summit very quickly.
Can I fly in one tomorrow?
Yes, you can.
I'm learning how to live, walking this dirt where he was walking to school.